So good morning, everyone. Yesterday we discussed about the gravitation, the centripetal force and centrifugal force and Newton's law of gravitation, right? So in today's class, we are going to discuss about the free fall and the acceleration due to gravity and the variation of acceleration due to gravity on the surface of Earth, right? So first of all, let's understand the meaning of free fall. So free fall, as from its name, we can identify or we can say that free when the body is free fall, falling freely. What is the meaning of freely here? So whenever we are throwing a ball in the upward direction, right? Whenever we are throwing a ball in the upward direction, then the balls come back. We know that the ball will come back to the surface of Earth. While we are throwing the ball, we have to apply the force, right, in the upward direction. As we have discussed in few numericals in the previous chapters, that G will be taken as negative when the body is going in the upward direction, when the body is thrown upwards, and G will be taken positive when the body is falling towards the surface of Earth, right? So what's the difference in that case? We are taking the value of G in comparison of gravitational force, right? So you might have seen the persons falling from the planes, right? When they are opening the parachutes, before they open the parachute, they are falling with high speed towards the surface of the Earth, right? Why they are falling? Because in yesterday's topics, we discussed about there is a force of attraction, which is attracting the objects towards the surface. And that force of attraction is gravitational force, right? What we call gravitational force. So whenever we throw something in the upward direction, it will definitely come back to the Earth's surface, right? Now we have applied the force from the Earth and I have thrown the ball, which reaches to a height of 50 meters, right? Then it starts coming back. Now at that 50 meter is the maximum height. We know that at maximum height, the final velocity will be 0. So when the final velocity will be 0, then the body will start changing its motion of direction, right? Direction of motion, how it will change? Now it will start coming downward, right? Now, when the body is coming back downward toward the surface of Earth, then it is under the effect of another force that we call gravitational force. So at that time, when the body is under the effect of gravitational force alone, suppose this is the Earth, right? And here is the body, right? And that body is falling towards the surface of Earth. Now it's coming down, right? So this is our Earth. The body is coming or object is there which is falling downward. Now G will be taken as positive. So which force? This body will be under the effect of gravitational force. So this is the free fall. So what I mean, when the body is under the effect of gravitational force alone, then the body is said to be under the free fall, right? There is no other force acting on the object and that body is moving under the effect of gravitational force alone, only gravitational force. Then we can say that the body is under free fall, right? Okay. Now, along with that, we have another physical quantity, very, very important, that is acceleration due to gravity. Now, the meaning of this term is clear from its name. Acceleration we have already done in motion chapter. That rate of change of velocity is known as acceleration, right? Rate of change of velocity is known as acceleration. So acceleration due to gravity. Gravity is what? It is nothing but the gravitational force. That is the force of attraction exerted by the earth on the objects. So what does it mean? It means that the acceleration produced in a body which is under the effect of gravitational force, that will be acceleration due to gravity. What I mean, acceleration produced in a body or in an object which is under the effect of what we call gravitational force alone. Then we can say that the body is having acceleration due to gravity, and this acceleration due to gravity is denoted by small g, and the value of small g is fixed, that is on the surface of earth, that is 9.8 meter per second square. Sometimes it can be used 10 meter per second square, that is approximate value, right? Now how we calculated this? How we can say that the value of acceleration due to gravity is 9.8? Now let's understand this, that how we have done this. So now let's understand that how we can get the value of g, that is 9.8. Right? So as consider a body which is of mass m, mass of body is equal to m, and then acceleration due to gravity we consider here g, right? Now according to Newton's second law of motion, we know that according to Newton's second law, F is equal to ma. Now here we are considering upward and downward motion, so F will be is equal to mg. This is my first equation, right? And also if I am taking a surface, now then according to Newton's law of gravitation, we know that Newton's law of gravitation, also we calculated force, Newton's law of gravitation. F is equal to small m will remain the same, small m by r square. This is my second equation. Now these two both are forces, right? So from 1 and 2, because that is also traction, that is also traction, mg. Mg will be is equal to gmm by r square. Now m will be cancelled. So what we get, g is equal to gm by r square. Now you can see this is the relation between small g and capital G. Small g and capital G. Very, very important. It can come to what is the relation between small g and capital G. It can be asked, or derive the relation between small g and capital G. This way can also be the question, right? Okay. So we can see here, small g depends upon few factors, only two factors. One is mass of the planet on which we are calculating, and another is the radius, capital G. Because this g value is fixed, that we have done, that 6.67 into 10 raised to power minus 11 Newton meter square per kilogram square. This value is fixed, right? Okay, if you see it clearly that G and radius, how they are related to each other, how they are related to each other. Let me show you. Let this is our earth, and this is its center. One center is this, another let it be this. So this I have just drawn the shape of earth. This position which is above the center, that is pole, and this position, that is called equator, and they both are having different radius. This is RP represent radius of pole and RE represent radius of earth, and this is our center of earth, right? At center of earth, G is 0, right? Now if we are considering these 2 points, you can see RE is greater than RP. Now if I write acceleration due to gravity on equator, Gm by RE square, and acceleration due to gravity on pole, that is Gm by RP square. But RE is greater than RP, and we know that acceleration due to gravity is inversely proportional to the radius. Now radius of equator is greater. If radius is more, we know that GE will be less. That is, acceleration due to gravity at the equator will be lesser as compared to pole. So what I can conclude, therefore, GE will be less than GP, right? In NCERT, you will see a question like, if a person, suppose you are weighing an object, question आपको कैसे आ सकता है? Suppose if you are weighing an object, weight होता है mass into gravity. Weight of an object is 10 kilogram. 10 kilogram at equator, right? Suppose the weight of the object is 10 kilogram at equator. What will be the weight of the same object on the pole? More than 10, less than 10, equal to 10, none of these, right? So obviously here is G is less, that's why weight is 10. So when it will move to pole, then the G will also increase, so the weight will be more, right? So that we have to keep in mind, that how they are related to each other, right? Same way, acceleration due to gravity of moon can be calculated by using the mass of moon and the radius of moon. And when we calculate these values, we find it that acceleration due to gravity of earth is 10 times the acceleration due to gravity of moon, right? This is the reason, that's why a weight of 60 kilogram, when the weight of 60 kilogram of man is there on earth, and when we will measure, it will reduce to 1/6, 6 times. So it will become 10 kilogram, right? The acceleration due to gravity on moon is 6 times lesser than the acceleration due to gravity on earth. Very important relation. So these are very important questions. You have to understand the relation between small g and capital G, right? And how the weight increases or decreases on the equator and pole. Okay, right. Now, very important difference comes out here, like the difference between small g and capital G. Small g and capital G. We know that the value of small g is not fixed. You can see here, it's varying from equator to pole, right? Not fixed. I can write not fixed, but this is fixed, right? And then you can write about the value 9.8 and 6.67. So this is acceleration due to gravity. This is gravitational constant, right? It varies from planet to planet. it is fixed throughout the universe. It will not change at all. Right? So same way, on the basis of this, we define the another quantity, that is weight. Now weight is nothing but it's a force with which an object is attracted towards the surface of Earth. Towards the surface of Earth. So weight, we can write it mg, where m is nothing but it's a mass. And mass is a fixed quantity, that is the quantity of matter contained in a body. And g is acceleration due to gravity, that is g. Right? Now similarly, we can give the relation differentiation between mass and weight also. Mass and weight. Right? So mass, first of all, the definition, it's a quantity of matter. You can write the definition. Quantity of matter contained in a body. And weight is a force with which the object is attracted towards the surface of Earth. Unit of mass, kilogram. Unit of weight, Newton, because it's a force. तो force को हम हमेशा Newton में measure करते हैं. Third, it's always fixed, as it depends upon g, so it is not fixed. Right? It is not fixed. So these three differences you can learn, which you can easily define as an answer. So that is all for today's lecture. Thank you so much. I hope this video is going to help you out too.